Thank you for tuning in to
Hello,
Savvy Talk
everybody.
with
Welcome
She Gov
to
Savvy.
Gov
Make sure
Savvy.
you
This
check out our
is
monthly newsletter
our
at
new edition
shegovsavvy.com.
of our monthly feature. And this month, we are going to be interviewing one of our own, Miss Billie Welchman. And we're going to dive in, ask her some questions about her business and, a little bit on the government side, all that good stuff. So we hope that you guys enjoy this interview. And we're going to dive right in. Again, this is Miss Billie Welchman, and I'm going to allow her to introduce herself, and then we'll tap in and do ask a few questions, put on the hot seat.
Well, thank you, Sabrina, for the amazing introduction. Appreciate it, and happy to be here for our new SheGov Savvy piece that we're doing too. Kind of get the word out, so it's an awesome little addition that we've got going on there. As Sabrina mentioned, my name is Billie Welchman. I am the CEO of Core Solutions Group, where our mission is to help our clients do more with less, whether that's navigating the government contracting space, managing your data, or working on your processes.
Cool. So now, Billie, let's just dive on in.
Sounds
So
good.
with your business, Core Solutions Group. So you do a lot. You do process optimization and data management. So how do you keep things innovative? And in areas where things are constantly changing and you're doing projects, things like that. So how do you keep things more innovative as we change with technology?
Well, one is keeping up with everything that's going on. You're right, there are so many changes out there. AI has really made some changes out there on that front as well. But a lot of these platforms are starting to make those changes and adjustments as well. So it's just learning and staying on top of what's going on, what technologies are out there, as well as if we come across something that can help, we're all automatically sharing it with everybody if we can, or we're looking at price point because most of us small businesses we're on a very very tight budget, and so we're not only looking for ourselves to help with that, but when we find something, we want to be able to share that as well. And so it's kind of what we do as far as keeping on the cutting edge of what's going on and researching, see what we can find that's out there.
Okay. So now, as you've been on this journey for a little while, share a little bit more about the journey that led you to found Core Solutions Group.
Okay. So I've been a business owner a couple times. So I did the multi-level marketing piece of it. I did was it Tastefully Simple for a little while. And I did actually have another business where I provided services to special needs kids and adults. And so I did that for several years. And then I took a break. I decided, I'm kind of done with the whole business thing, still learning about it, and really didn't quite understand it and didn't really have the resources or the coaching that was out there now, or was aware of it. I think it was out there. I just didn't know about it. And so I took a break. I ended up working as a contracted employee for the Wyoming Army National Guard, doing medical readiness case management services for almost a decade. And so during that time, they told me, hey, you should really start your own business, and you can be the contractor that comes in and provides these services. And, they kept telling me, and I was just like, no, I don't know if I want to go back into business again. I really don't know. And finally, my husband and I decided, you know what, it's time. Let's give it a go and see what happens.
And sometimes that's what it is. When we get into this entrepreneurship space, sometimes it takes on a life of its own. We're thinking, oh, we're gonna stay with the 9 to 5 or whatever, and then it's like you have these ideas that that you can utilize to help somebody else with, and as you keep on pushing with it, it's like, okay, I probably can do this, full time and make things happen, and also make a difference for somebody else. So that's actually really good. Now, how do you balance, from work life and personal, because we try to separate the two. And sometimes it's hard. In entrepreneurship is sometimes things just run into each other. Personal and entrepreneurship run into each other. But what do you do to kind of balance those things?
So it still kind of runs together. Part of that is really trying to make sure you make time for yourself. Schedule that time, because I was actually told several years ago that if you do not make time for yourself, your body's going to, because your body's going to say, hey, no, you're done. You've been going full bore for months and haven't taken a break. So we're going to shut you down. So you really need to make time for yourself so your body doesn't make that time for you. But part of that is, my goal is exercising at least 5 times a week. The last couple weeks, so some things that's been going on, haven't quite been able to do that, but eating better. And my husband and I are now doing a schedule where once a month, we're actually building a schedule out that we go do something non-work related, non-business related, something that's fun, whether it's full day or weekend. And we're planning that. That way, one, it gives you something to look forward to instead of going, what are we doing this weekend? And then going, I don't know. And then you turn into, well, let's just stay here at the house. That turns into, we end up in front of a screen and, hey, we got this great idea instead of actually taking a break.
And that is so important. You have to make sure that you're planning out some of those activities for yourself, because otherwise we know we'll get consumed in this journey of entrepreneurship and block out the rest of the world. So that work life balance is so important. Entrepreneurship is really no different than having a regular 9 to 5. You still have to balance things out. So now, when it comes to the way you balance out, I would say like dual objectives of maintaining high quality services and pursuing new opportunities, such as in the government space. How do you go from your regular business side now also trying to take your business to another level into the government space?
Organization is key to that, and prioritizing. So this is where kind of, this is our niche too, is those processes putting into place. So everything is systematized, try and automate it as much as possible. We're still going through a few things that we're trying to automate as well, but getting your everyday stuff smoothly or going as smoothly as possible. So when you do have to pivot, you can, okay, this is already taken care of. We can now move on to this project where it's a priority. So that's kind of how we do it. Like I said, just using the different tools that we've got out there and that we are, help our customers with.
Yes. Now, and I know you also told me about, you once at one time worked with the Wyoming Army National Guard. How has that played a part in, you moving forward in your business and some of the ways that you do things? Because I know your husband has that military background, so you know that structure from a military standpoint. How has that influenced your business and the way you do things?
So it's helped a lot with how we do business. It wasn't even just my time working with the Guard. It also stemmed back to my childhood as well. So growing up in a small town, family were ranchers and stuff. You work hard and you give it your all, and a lot of good work ethic instilled. Same for my mom. She instilled a lot of good work ethic and some of the process optimization, looking for better ways, more efficient ways to do things. And so all of that kind of helped me on the path that we're on. And, the structure of the military too, that was huge for me as well, to help be able to structure that. So that was an awesome part. And then just the values too. Some of the values that are military values, we actually instill into our own business as well. And that's also where I learned, I learned process optimization at a very young age and carried it through everything I did. But when my time working for the Guard, I was part of a team that did, we're working on a specific process. And that's where I learned about Lean Six Sigma and was able to, it was amazing on that project, gave me more insight of what I was doing and realizing, yeah, I'm on the right path.
Yeah, that military life structure, and you know, you learn so much. I'm speaking from a discipline standpoint from the military. It helps you, like, you have a structure, but when you get into that military mode, it's a whole different structure, helping you to kind of bring things together. And also time management is key. Time management is so key when it comes to doing what we do as entrepreneurs. So having that background, also makes a big difference. But let's slide on in. Let's talk about your baby that you currently, that you have out here in the world, that you are sharing, and that you and your husband have poured your blood, sweat, and tears in, the GovCon Core Apps. Tell the people
Yeah.
a little bit more about that, and how you got there to bring this to life.
Okay. So initially, when we started government contracting, I did, and like many others out there, weeks upon weeks of research of, trying to find your target NAICS code, who's going to be your target agency, and where can I find the POCs? Where can I find other businesses that are doing what I'm doing, and who are they selling to, and all of that. And so when I first came in, the one agency I wanted to work with was the Guard, and so that was one agency. And then the NAICS, I went by what they were utilizing for the services I wanted to provide. Well, come to find out that NAICS, not very many other agencies were using it, and I wasn't seeing a whole lot of opportunities out there for it, and it kind of got very frustrating. So again, having to go back through another deep dive, and it was a very slow and painful process. And we were like, there's got to be a better way to filter through all the information that's out there. The other piece is go down rabbit holes so easily. You're just going, what is this? And I've got spouse syndrome, so away I go. And so that's kind of how it started. It started out as, what can help us navigate this? Because you're always doing research. It's not just that one and done. It's you're watching trends. You're seeing what's coming out every, contractor. The government puts stuff out, either annually or every 5 years or every 10 years. So you really want to start watching that. And so you're constantly doing market research, and then navigating SAM. I like SAM, but there's some little intricacies to it, and I found that most people didn't like SAM and trying to navigate it because it can be very difficult. And so we're trying to find an easier, more efficient way. And as we all knew, time is money. And so when you're spending so much time researching that you're losing out on money that you could be, really targeting in. So that's where we started with, and it's just kind of grown from there.
And that's awesome because it's something that's needed. Now, so how do you believe that this will be able to empower, other female entrepreneurs and some men out there who want to be able to do it, especially when it comes to just navigating the government's contracting space? Like, give them some good tips and ways that they can be able to utilize the system, um, that will help them cut down on some of the time that they are, actually spending sourcing.
Okay. So the sourcing piece of it, so our system, we build it so it pulls directly from SAM, and it's a quick search. So you know how in SAM you have you have to do different selections and drop downs, and sometimes if you do too much, it breaks SAM and it's like, I can't find anything. And so we have quick buttons that if you want to search by a set aside, you can search by a set aside. And if you want to search by a certain NAICS code, you can plug that in. If you want to search by place that the contract's being performed, if you're looking for your area, it's quick buttons. And we wanted to make it as quick and efficient as possible. The other perk to this is we have what's called an interactive report, where you can build specific reports of what you're looking for. So like, if you want to see what contracts were just posted for a certain NAICS code in a certain area, you can build that report and you can review it either in our system, or you can have it emailed to you daily, weekly, monthly, whatever you want. to keep on top of that. And one good thing about our system is when you have it emailed to you, you can actually review the report right there without having to log in SAM. So I know with SAM, I still have stuff with SAM. When I get those emails, I still have to log in SAM to look at it. And again, that's a lot of time to go in and filter through when you could get a spreadsheet, an Excel spreadsheet or PDF, however you want it. We've got to where you put it whatever format you want, and you can do a quick skim of everything. And also here soon we'll have state contracts coming in. We're working on some states, so we start filtering those in too to help navigate those. So some of the states sites we've come to, some of them are very nice sites. Other ones, they're a little more difficult to use. But we wanted a all-in-one place where companies come in, do their market research, look for team partners, and source contracts without having to navigate to 5 or 6 different websites.
And that in itself is a time saver and a game changer because, guys, when it comes to this government contracting world, you have so many different systems that you can be able to look in. But SAMS is the main source. And you have some other sites that you can be able to look in. Being able to have something or a tool to help you go pull some of that out so you don't have to go and log in, like Billie was saying, all the time, that's a game changer in itself. So,
Mhm.
but guys, this has been great. I want to try to keep this as brief as possible, but I also want to make sure that you're introduced to some of these amazing people that's in this space that may be able to guide you or have some resources or tools that can help you. And Billie, once tell them how they can connect with you, where they can find you, give them all the good details on how to contact you and stay connected.
All right. Well, you can find me on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram. So if you go Core Solutions Group, at Core Solutions Group, you'll find us on Facebook, LinkedIn, same thing. And we also have a YouTube channel as well that we go into process optimization, data management, and government contracting to help companies give some tips and tricks on that. And you can just find us on YouTube, go into Core Solutions Group as well. And you can also visit our website, coresolutionsgrp.com, or for our application, GovCon Core Apps.com.
All right, guys. Again, thank you. We have been hanging out with Miss Billie Welchman. Again, she is part of the She Gov Savvy Ladies. And again, we have to most definitely interview our own as well so that you can know what we do, how we're doing things, and the resources and tools that we have to offer you as well. So I hope that you enjoyed this. Make sure that you check Billie out. Make sure you follow her, get connected, tap in, and check out the GovCon Core app, tongue tied. And I'm pretty sure that you will find some value in it and being able to help your business as you're navigating through government contracting. All right, guys, until next time, thank you again for joining us with She Gov Savvy, and we'll talk to you again soon. Bye bye.
Thanks, everyone. Have a good